in a minute.
Yeah, this is shoot. I'll hand you my keys, like Montel Jordan said. Take the keys to the truck. I will. Shoot, I ain't got no shame. D be like, dang it, Desmond.
So what made you want to start this business?
Message in a bottle mentality. The C is the internet, and I just think we can be a message in the bottle. You know, God's at the center of it all.
Absolutely.
You know, and anybody can come in. That's the coolest part. We talk about everything. I mean, that's what I love about this.
Absolutely.
You know, nobody's perfect. We're gonna have some dark conversations, fun convos. Which way we going? Across
Straight,
here?
yeah.
Okay. And that's what I love. Everyone's coming in, but the premise is, how did you get through the hardest parts, or how do you be a light in dark places? You did.
Absolutely.
You know, but shoot. All I know is God at the center, and whatever we talk about or do, not everyone's gonna agree with, but a lot of people's gonna understand.
Well, it's good to get different perspectives as well too, because you can learn more from, you really learn where people are at in these times, especially, you know, people are still kind of coming out of the situation with COVID and stuff like that. So I was talking to a friend, interesting, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we were talking about just our bad driving habits.
Oh, yeah.
And I am more of aggressive when it comes to driving, and
What are you doing? Hurry up.
I don't do slow driving.
Right.
But he brought some perspective to me. He's like, you know what's interesting is, he's like, you should be thankful for, you know, traffic and people on the roads, because 4 years ago it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like
when nobody could go anywhere and nobody felt like they could live their life. But now that the streets are full, now that people are out there living their life, enjoying, you know, the sun's out, stuff like that, it's just like you gotta just lay back on that. And it really brought me some good perspective, because I'm like,
That's true.
I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Because you want people to live their life. You want people to get out there. You want people, if COVID taught us anything, is like we need each other.
Facts.
You know, as much as the isolation, you know, spoke differently about that.
We going
the
straight
truth is,
going straight, or which way you want us?
we can actually go this way, because the bridge is going to be this way. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, and that's so true, man. Not to stay, I think one of my favorite things to talk about is not staying stagnant.
Yes,
live life.
Absolutely.
You know, I just, I'm gonna be honest, the biggest heart thing that made my heart beat recently, I booked a trip. And dude, it just felt so empowering to hit that button and be like, dang, in a couple months, I'm going on a trip.
Absolutely.
Dude, felt amazing.
Absolutely.
So you're right about that. What made you take that leap of faith to leave Eugene and come to Salem? I know you was nervous.
I was. At the time, you know, I believe in Jesus. I believe God.
Amen.
I believe He speaks to us in different ways.
Bless
and
up.
Sometimes there comes a time where there needs to be a little bit of change.
Right.
So I felt like it was time for some change. Now, Salem wasn't my ideal place to go, but I had a job opportunity and a ministry opportunity to come up here.
Oh, bet.
And so I prayed about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it, you know. And then I come up here, and things just start falling into place. So I knew it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. In your heart, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I always test if it's meant to be, because if I go out to do something and I'm like, not that you're not gonna experience like hardships or just like difficulties, but I can always test. I can always test to see if, okay, God's in this by just like the open doors that I encounter.
Okay.
Now, has it always been easy? Absolutely not.
Nah, absolutely
you know, this is a
not.
completely different environment, a completely different place, you know. One of the things that bothered me when I used to live in Eugene was, you know, Eugene has a great bus system. Eugene, you can get from, I used to ride my bike from River Road all the way to Springfield. Like I can get places. This is not a knock on Salem or anything like that, because their bus system was coming up, but it was frustrating getting up here, not having a car, because I didn't need a car in Eugene. But then it's just like, when I get up here, no bus system. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I have to get a car.
Straight up.
But the lesson in that is sometimes some of the situations that or the circumstances that we deal with, it's really a perspective change. It's not so much of gosh, why am I dealing with gosh in the frustration of it, but rather it's like, okay, take a step back and there's just perspective need to change about this situation.
100%. How, instead of being the victim, how do I overcome this? How do I defeat this thing?
Absolutely. And not a lot of people, but sometimes we give in to that victim mentality rather than understanding that, you know, you can actually overcome this.
Right.
You know, but a lot of people are held back because of, you know, what goes on in
this
their
way
mind.
towards the bridge?
Their mental state. Yep.
Okay, I'm with you. This your town. I'm just following.
You know, their mental capacity and what they believe about themselves, they believe about the environment. So it's like things like that. You know, we are our worst enemy.
We are.
If
we can train the brain, I think we can be all right. I really do, because any thoughts can defeat us. I definitely been a victim of that. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I had to turn around and just defeat that, man. Just, you know, even coming out here to see you, man, you family. And I was like, man, he's down the street. That's what I told myself. He's down. I know you said, no, it's not down the street, but it's 50-minute drive. Like, I just got to come out.
Yeah, for real.
And you're our first walk and talk outside of, like, Lane County. And so it's like, man, we got to do this, man.
Absolutely.
How, because, man, just so the world knows, you're an entrepreneur, run your own cleaning business, which is huge.
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of people want to do that. They want to empower themselves.
Absolutely.
What's a tip or trick or a story you can share about starting your own business and how you got through that?
So
this way?
Really? Yeah, this way.
Yo, this way? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's this way. Starting your own business is about, are you willing to get out of your comfort zone?
Okay.
Are you willing to stretch and grow in areas that you don't really expect to sometimes, you know, because a lot of ourselves, we live for comfort. We live for, which is nothing wrong. We live for the moment. We're supposed to live for the moment. But part of growing and part of stretching is sometimes it's gonna pull you out of your comfort zone.
Straight up.
You never know unless you get out there and try. So again, 2020 was a blessing in disguise. I started my business in around 2018.
Okay.
So we're gonna go up here and get on the bridge.
Joe, you should hit that bridge. That's beautiful real quick, man. That's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah, so you started it in 20, so in the thick of COVID.
Yes, so it was actually a blessing in disguise because I was working at Enterprise. I was working at Enterprise at the same time I was working at my business on the side, my cleaning business when it just started.
Right.
And then COVID hit. I got laid off of my job at Enterprise. And then at that time, I was like, you know what? Now's the time to just step out on faith and just go for this business full time.
Step out on faith.
Because your business is only going to grow to the capacity that you will let it grow.
Okay, so
sometimes growing is letting go of one thing to devote yourself fully into that business.
Okay,
so it was definitely like,
hey, how y'all doing?
I had all the fears and the thoughts of, well, what if it doesn't work out, or you know, how am I gonna get the finances? How is this gonna house?
Because you're out of your comfort zone, of course.
Absolutely.
Because we're sorry to cut into you, but naturally, survival mode comes on.
Absolutely.
Naturally, that's just us as humans.
If
the power went out, we're all gonna find survival mode. But yeah, go on there.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, those thoughts are gonna come.
Right.
They're absolutely gonna come. The important part is, what are you going to do with those thoughts?
Got you.
Are those thoughts and those discouragements,
watch behind you, Joe.
Are those thoughts a bird that just flies over your head, or is it a bird that makes a nest on your head?
Got you.
You kind of understand because if a bird makes a nest, you know, it's home.
Right.
it's home right there.
Straight up.
But if it's just flying over your head, then it's like, okay, it was just a thought. So a lot of times we have to learn to, and again, I'm still talking about business.
You good.
We have to allow, even though thoughts come, let them just fly.
Let them fly.
You know, it comes and that's not the truth. It comes and, you know, find a way to, you know, defeat that lie. But it's when we constantly just sit on that and keep thinking about it over and over and over again, then it becomes, you know, then it becomes you, and then you start believing that. Right. So again, a part of business is really internal.
It's internal.
It's not really so much of the external things about, you know, money, this and that. It's really, it really takes a hit at, you know, possible insecurities we might have.
Oh man, that
you know, possible, you know, insufficiencies, what we're not good at. But as you step out, you're gonna learn a lot more about yourself.
Oh, I was just gonna ask that.
You're gonna learn a lot more about yourself than what you even realize.
Okay.
So I encourage anybody, if you have an idea in mind, here's the thing.
What's up?
Why? There's people out there that have great businesses, and there's nothing wrong with working for people, because I work for the state of Oregon right now. There's nothing wrong with working for people, but think about this.
What's up?
You working for somebody else, you have a business idea, and it's a passion of yours.
Makes your heart beat.
Meanwhile, you're working and building somebody else's dream while you're leaving your dream dormant.
Oh man.
So I say that because I want anybody who's listening right now to understand that it's okay to let your dreams come true. It's okay to walk in that. It is okay to explore that. It is okay. There's nothing wrong with, even if for a time you do have to work for somebody, build that dream. Okay. You know, build that. You know, in a time where, you know, small businesses nearly got choked out from, you know, 2020 and COVID like that. Like, don't be afraid. Now's the time to step out, get out there, do it. It's purposeful. You have something that the world needs.
Indeed, to jump in with you, I just say into the world too. You guys might have heard me say this. This is a quote I like. It's scary, but it's real. I think one of the biggest hells is when you die and you see what you could have been.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's scary, man.
Absolutely. In the grave, it's true. The grave is the richest place on the planet. The grave is the richest place on the universe. You want to know why? Because people die with unfulfilled potential, unfulfilled things that they could have and should have done in their lives that didn't happen. But that doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be you. That doesn't have to be me.
No, it doesn't.
Like, my mission is, and something I pray, I'm like, Lord, I'm not leaving this earth until everything that you have desired for me is going to be fulfilled. You know, and whether you believe God or not, or believe in Jesus, or you believe in a higher power or whatever, there's purpose for it. There absolutely is purpose for each and every person.
There is.
And you don't have to go to the grave unfulfilled. You don't have to go to the grave. This is gonna sound crazy. You don't have to go to the grave rich. You wanna go to the grave emptied out of everything that you were supposed to do, everything in your heart, every purpose that you wanted to fulfill. Go to the grave empty. Don't go to the grave full.
That right there, man. So true, man. You inspiring me. I mean, it took a lot for us to come out here, and man, it's an honor having this convo right there. Sure. I can't wait to have you on the podcast now, mate. So yeah, we good. Yeah. So you guys, that's, man, right here, Dion Brown, yet again, owns his own cleaning business. Tell him your cleaning business name, man.
So my cleaning business is The Way Enterprises. We service cleaning we do carpet cleaning, we do housekeeping, we do turnover cleaning, we do post-construction cleanup, we do commercial cleaning. Right now, we're servicing the Salem, Marion County area. Hopefully we'll be coming down to Wayne County as well too. So just look us up. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and you'll find us there.
You guys, and for real, I'm speaking right here from experience. Best cleaner right here. He cleaned my stuff. He make it look better than when I first got it. So that's something right there to let you know. If you need your house cleaned or anything, he a real one. And he operate with heart and spirit. So it's an honor having my brother here. Plus, he used to hook it up with Lizzie. Back in the day. You know what it is, you know. But yeah, man, just even those gems you drop here, it was worth that hour drive to talk to you for 15, 20 minutes, man. It's an honor. And now I need you to come down to my set.
I can do that. I can do that. I love to inspire people. And little do you know, you probably love to inspire people too.
Yeah.
And you have a voice. Don't let anybody tell you you don't have a voice. You have a voice.
Thank you.
Whatever reason it's for, or whatever purpose it's for, you have a voice. You have to tell yourself that.
For sure.
And mainly, you have to tell yourself that because yourself is the one that's going to talk you out of everything that you want to do. Not other people. It's not other people. Again, it's an internal thing. So find your voice. You have a voice. Find not just your voice, but where are you supposed to make a sound? You know, in a symphony of music, there's trumpets, there's violins, there's different sounds. Now you just have to locate and identify what sound are you supposed to make that is supposed to be a part of this great symphony of life that we're in.
Straight up. And you guys, just a little background on him, you'll hear on the pod, but this dude was working his day job regularly and started his own business. That's huge. That might be you right now. That could be me. We working a day job, not feeling fulfilled, but he made that leap of faith and he put himself in position to win. You really did. You put yourself in position, which is so hard to do. So many people are scared to take that first step. But once you take it, it's worth it, man. And I look up to you, man. You know, I take pieces from everyone and I see my family right here say, you know what? I'm gonna do that. So you inspire me too, man.
Absolutely.
So world, that's it right there. Dion Brown right here. He gonna be on the podcast.
Appreciate it.
Bless up, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having us, man. It's an honor. Love you too, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're gonna have you on ASAP. World, it's been real. We tap in with you soon, Salem, Oregon.